Welcome to our channel. We are Megan and Matt and we are in Seattle. We are going to show you what it's like doing van life in a major city.
Just one glass in, you've
Block sign is on. Crossing Mercer
when it
Street.
gets late. I always realize that I need you. Are you thinking about me tonight? It's no secret, all my friends already know. There's no reason to hold it back, I let it show.
We are at the bottom of the Space Needle, and honestly from the bottom it looks like a big mushroom. It looks way smaller than it actually is, but this thing is huge.
I don't have any words. It's cool.
The biggest concern about living in a city is how do you park, where do you park, and where do you find it? So what we usually do is we never ever park in a downtown area, and we try to use public transportation as much as possible. So we typically just try to find a place that we can park that is a little bit outside of the really busy area and just walk or train into tourist town. After being in the wilderness for 4 months or so, I am actually loving city life. I truly enjoy just walking around, having so much to see and do, and such good food everywhere.
I think Seattle's a really cool place. We spent the last 2 days here at our house recharging after we got completely burnt out driving through Canada after our epic Alaskan summer. And now we're ready to explore the city and see what it all has to offer. Even though I'm sure the views from the top are absolutely epic, we typically don't spend the money on touristy things, but one thing we do like to spend our money on is happy hour. We're here at Cutter's Crab House and we got some hush puppies, we got some oyster shooters, and we got some crab California rolls. We're excited to dig in and get a little snack in us.
The first thing we've got to try is the shooters. We are in Seattle and we gotta celebrate.
Cheers.
Ready? Cheers. Okay, the reason why I went like this is because of the tahini. It's very sour. I didn't expect that, but I think the oyster was pretty good.
If you don't know what a hush puppy is, I kind of forgot. What's a hush puppy?
It's like breaded stuff.
Yeah, it's like breaded stuff with some deliciousness, so we're gonna dive into that. It's really good.
I'm just gonna go for the ball. To wash everything down, we have real California rolls with real crab. Best California roll I've ever had.
On the sushi scale, California rolls are usually kind of on the basic level, but that was a really good one. They put real crab in there as well as some kind of roe on top, and it's really good.
Our favorite thing to do when we visit a city is eat out, and we try to hit happy hours as much as possible. We get big city food and we try everything, but at a low price. So that's our biggest tip. If you want to just eat and eat and eat and you're that kind of traveler like us, happy hours is the way to go.
Now that we're fed, we're going to Pike's Place.
The original Starbucks, right there. This is an iconic market where they throw fish apparently. That's all I know. So the fish market is closed. We waited a little too long, but we're still gonna walk around, see what's what, and there's also a gum wall. So we're gonna head there. I think it's gross. Am I impressed? Yes. Am I grossed out? Yes. Definitely one of those touristy things that you can skip. It smells like gum and saliva. Oh.
It is gross. I want nothing to do with this place. I'm leaving.
That was disappointing, and it was also disappointing that we didn't see any fish being thrown, but that was our mistake. The next thing we're gonna do is familiarize ourselves with the public transportation because we're gonna meet up with some friends up north. And typically this would be like a 40-minute drive, but we decided just to take the bus.
So in order to take the bus, we need to get an Orca card, and we're gonna go to the train station right now to go pick one of those up.
We tried to get on the bus and do a credit card transaction, and they don't let us do that, so.
There we go. Now we got an Orca card.
Matt always walks, but I prefer to take the escalator. Saving energy. Let's get on the bus. It cost us $3 to get the card, and then we added $15 to get there and back for the both of us. We'd either be paying for parking out here in the busy part, or we would be paying to take public transportation. At least with the public transportation, we don't have to deal with the crowds and finding parking and all of that stuff. So this is the better choice for us.
Go.
The bus was just like any other public bus I've ever taken. We're here to meet Mel, someone we met in Alaska actually, and she just came down from Alaska. She picked a Mexican place for us to go to, and we're gonna meet her right now. I forget how hot it gets like walking everywhere. This is Mel. She also lives in a van. We met each other in Alaska. We met each other again in Seattle. Great places to meet van lifers, cities, you know?
A natural.
Thank you. So it's dark and we've had a full day of city living. We're gonna catch you tomorrow where we do a little bit more before we leave.
Right now we are parked right on the water of Lake Washington in Seattle. There's some street parking just up the road that we've been staying at, and then coming here during the day to just relax and enjoy the water.
Like, you don't get this from every single city.
We could go swimming here, but I kind of Googled something about Lake Washington water, and they said something about goose poop, and I had E. coli when I was younger because of contaminated lake water in Connecticut, so I'm a little bit iffy on going swimming in lakes.
I concur. That means I agree.
Yeah, so we have like a little inside joke. There was this girl I dated in college, and she was, I don't know how to describe her. Maybe a little condescending. One time when we were talking about something, she's like, "Oh, I concur. That means I agree." It's like, I also know what that means.
The only thing that sucks about city van life is figuring out where to dump the pee-pees. And, that's really it. We're out of water. Make sure you're filled up on water before you come to the city. We did not do that, and it just took us about an hour and a half to 2 hours to find this spigot. We were about to quit, and Matt found it, and we were both exhausted.
Quite the project. We've been driving around for like at least an hour and a half. Several different grocery stores, a bunch of different parks. We finally just found one. About to give up. We were about to buy a gallon of jug just to get us through the day, and the store didn't even have a gallon jug, so found one on the side of the building. I'm just gonna do it quick, easy, fast, dirty, get in and get out, just as we do.
It's not easy to find water in a city, but it is easy to run out of water in a city, especially if you stay for a long time.
All right, let's get the hell out of here. Morning, baby. Good morning, world. We had an absolutely amazing morning this morning, and by we, I mean me, and by amazing morning, I mean awesome views of Mount Rainier. Yeah, we're on such a slant. She was kind of rolling into me all night, and I was kind of rolling off the bed, but we got in late, and that's what happens. We didn't get the cool spot, so we got the slant spot. Today, we're going to go into Mt.Rainier National Park, and we're going to go do some hiking. We're going to start driving, and I should probably make us some coffee before we go, but I've made the executive decision that we're going to wait till we get there because I want to try to get a parking spot, and I think it's a bit of a drive to get there. Onward.
I've come to terms with if we try to time things perfectly every time, other things will in fact go wrong. So as convenient as we can make it, we're just going to go to the trailhead we want to go to. If it doesn't work out, then we're moving on.
I'm a little tight. Been running from my problems. Cheers, baby. Here's your coffee. Welcome to the land of the living.
Just what I needed.
Are you an angel now?
I am an angel.
Oh my god, you have such a dependency, it hurts to watch.
It does. It hurts to have. Major slanty. Major slanty.
This morning I am serving up the finest naan bread with some smushed avocado that's been rolling around the van, some smoked salmon, some chive and onion cream cheese, and probably a little bit of basil from our basil plant that's not doing too well in the van. Anyways, Megan's in a much better mood now that she's had one sip of coffee.
Perfect.
Love a good avocado. Ew. We're going to be doing the Naches Loop Trail, which is about 3.5 miles or so, and it should be pretty chill, pretty easy, relatively. Let's go.
Mount Rainier is so close to Seattle, and we've been there for about a week, so after a week of city living, we're kind of really excited to be in the trees again. What a beautiful view. Of the beginning, but it's leveling out. The last time I went on a hike, how much more? 140? That sounds like a lot. You know, had a mental breakdown. We had so many kind comments in our comment section. Thank you so much for everyone who spent the time to leave those long comments. We feel so much better. It's been like 2 or 3 weeks actually since that video. So we're feeling much more recharged and ready to take in the nature, even though right now I'm smelling like bear poo or something. And we're on the Pacific Crest Trail.
We've only been on the trail for like 10 minutes, and I can just tell this is going to be absolutely incredible.
This little peakage of foliage is getting me really excited for like full peaking season. Fall is my favorite season. We are about halfway through, maybe a little bit more, and we just got to a pond. Matt's taking pictures for some strangers, and I'm just enjoying the view, man. Like, the red's peeping in, the mountains all around. I know I said I hated hiking in that last video, but honestly, I was so tired and just needed some time away from hiking to really come back and appreciate it. I think we're gonna start implementing a do nothing day of the week, and that means no work because honestly, Matt and I work every single day. We're here on the prettiest day. I mean, perfect weather, perfect scenery. I mean, it's the perfect weekend.
I think this hike's really beautiful, not too hard. We definitely got here late, and it's definitely starting to get really busy on the trail, so we're gonna keep it moving.
I put the camera down so that I can take my backpack off so that Matt can take a picture, and all of a sudden a little butterfly just bloop, 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 dropped its hands on our camera. Like, you can't make this up. I feel like Snow White.
Could not have had better weather on it. It's like a warm 70-ish degrees or something. I don't know. Beautiful day, beautiful scenery. I'm really glad that we're feeling recharged again. I know Megan is said she hated hiking, but she told me earlier today she's glad that we're doing it again. And I think we know now we don't need to push it and do every single thing on this, grand adventure, because we have a lot of life ahead of us and there's a million miles to go, so what's the rush? Little fun fact about Mount Rainier is it's actually a massive volcano. It's the largest in the lower 48, and the bigger ones are up in Alaska, Regis were. I think the glaciers that are on it are responsible for a lot of the water that goes into the Puget Sound. And aside from that, I don't really know much more about it. I read a bunch last night, I think it was the 5th national park, and it was established as a national park in 1899. Those are random facts I know that I'm not entirely sure if they're entirely true, so don't fact check us, and we're probably not gonna double fact check it before, because honestly, we're not that kind of channel. We're more of the adventure time. It's really I'm gonna say awe-inspiring and amazing, because it's just like this massive mountain. It stands alone out of any other place where you're looking. It's just, when you're just driving down the highway, you're like, oh, what's that? It's Rainier. It's huge. And honestly, this might be the perfect hike. It's not too hard. There's enough where you're kind of getting some good exercise in.
We definitely made the right choice going clockwise because we're going towards the mountain instead of away from the mountain. So Matt made the right choice.
Give us a little subscribe if you haven't yet, because maniacal laughter.
We're gonna head to the nearby national forest to try and find a spot that has some type of service and park up for the night. We are hungry, ready to make lunch.
I know we say this in almost every video, but this might be the sickest spot we've ever stayed at. Oh my goodness. Last night we stayed further down and it was a really slanty spot. We got in really late, so we had no choice of, optimum camp spots. But today we have a freaking banger of a spot. Mount Rainier is over there. We were planning on going on a kind of a bigger hike tomorrow, but honestly, this spot is so sick, I might just want to stay here and hang out and enjoy the views. Megan, what do you think?
That I'm hungry.
Let's eat some food.
For lunch, we are serving lobster ravioli, which I did not make myself, with a cashew cream situation that I did make myself.
This looks delicious.
Don't forget the homemade lemonade. All right, you tell me if it's good.
Oh my god, it can't not be good. It looks freaking delicious.
Yeah? Yeah? Holy crap.
Yeah, this might be one of the best things that I've eaten in a long time.
Oh man, this spot is sick. The sun's gonna come down soon, so we're gonna have an awesome sunset, and I'm not sure what we're gonna do tomorrow. We'll find out tomorrow. Good morning. I've had my coffee, so I'm a delight this morning. I'm a delight.
You are a delight.
Yes, I am. I am loving the PNW, the trees, the colors, the vibe. It's just this is Mount Rainier. I mean, the highest peak in the lower 48, and we are right next to a major city. It only took 45 to an hour to get here, and I feel like Washington. I really like this state. I'm really excited to go to the coast though, because we have never been on the coast of the west side of the United States, other than Alaska, obviously.
I'm feeling pretty content with the amount of physical exertion I need to do, so I think I'm just gonna hunker down and enjoy the views from right here.
If you want to continue watching us explore the PNW, please make sure that you are subscribed, like this video if you liked it, and we will see you in the next one. If you can't wait until the next one, go ahead and check this one out right there. See you next time.